radio if that is what I need to do. If a song could get me you, I could run for miles and miles. I'd take off and I'd start flying. I could cross the land and sea. If you just believe me, I should not have hurt you so. This old house is not a home without you here. There's no use, I got no time left to lose. So here it is, here it goes. I could try it, rock and roll, change your life forever too. If a song could get me you, I could make it high or low, sing it on the radio if that is what I need to do. If a song could get me you, if a song could get me through, I'd sing my way right back to you. Tell me how to make it right. Tell me now, I'll start tonight. I know I could make it last. I swear to you that if I knew what I was getting myself into, I wouldn't answer to my fears. I'd never leave you standing there. Just look at me. If you'd only see me, I would prove my love for you. I could swallow half the moon. Just tell me where, tell me when. I will have you back again. Yeah, here it is, here it goes. I could try it, rock and roll, change your life forever too. If a song could get me you, I could make it high or low, sing it on the radio if that is what I need to do. If a song could get me you, yeah, here it is, here it goes. I could try it, rock and roll, change your life forever too. If a song could get me you, I could make it high or low, sing it on the radio if that is what I need to do. If a song could get me you.
Where you only need the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow, only know you love her when you let her go, only know you've been high when you're feeling low, only hate the road when you're missing home, only know you love her when you let her go, and you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, hoping one day you'll make a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. You see it when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch, all it dies. 'Cause you only need the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow, only know you love her when you let her go, only know you've been high when you're feeling low, only hate the road when you're missing home, only know you love her when you let her go. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, same old empty feeling in your heart, Love comes slow and it goes so fast. Where you see it when you fall asleep, but never to touch and never to keep, 'cause you loved her too much and you dive too deep. 'Cause you only need the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow, only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low, only hate the road when you're missing home, only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go, oh, oh, oh no. And you let her go, and oh, oh no. And you let her go. Where you only need the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow, only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low, only hate the road when you're missing home, only know you love her when you let her go. 'Cause you only need the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow, only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low, only hate the
Alright, let's get the show on the road, boys. This is, well, it does say Lolaga, but I guess that's just because they have issues with their team name. It is Team Godfather against Rex Rackham Quian, if I'm pronouncing that right, I do not know. Yeah, let's get started. This is obviously game 1. So I'm looking forward to 2 good games. Let's hope it's gonna be some blast. Rex Rackham leads off with a Nature's Prophet ban. Godfather will just, casually ban Lone with some 2 offlaners already being banned in the start. Both, semi-ready, I suppose. Rex will also ban Dazzle. Doesn't want to deal with the Grave. That's understandable. It's a fucking annoying spell to deal with in 9 out of 10 cases. Godfather will then ban Invoker. So, OP Voker, as some people might see him as in this patch, but definitely gonna be banned then. Rex will first pick an Earth Spirit, so more of an interesting first pick. We all know Earth Spirit is a very aggressive hero. He loves to fight as much as freaking possible in the early game. Mostly gonna be seen in the support position or some kind of dual lane in the off lane, because his solo off lane is kind of limited, having pretty bad reach and stuff like that. But he has a lot of uses, a lot of damage with his ultimate. He's pretty mobile, he has stun and silence, so all that you can possibly need.
Dire team ban.
Godfather will then take up a Gyrocopter and Disruptor, so Gyrocopter being one of the carries with the most teamfight power early on. Disruptor also a very heavy teamfight in terms of magic damage and the silence ultimate. Rex will then I guess respond to this teamfight with some magic immunity and Juggernaut. But it definitely seems like Godfather wants to go for an all-in, let's go full teamfight strategy.
10 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
A few more bans mostly towards the offlane. Broodmother faces Void from Rex. We have Magnus from Godfather. I guess Magnus is mostly because of the power of Foundation initiating and getting, I guess, the better team fight off the bat. Especially like, RP and then Earth producing his ult on multiple targets. The spin does do decent AoE damage. So Magnus could be a good hero. It also fits very well with Juggernaut as a hard carry with the added Battle Fury effect from Empower. Vengeful Spirit also being banned, so I think it's one of the first times in me casting Division 2 that I've seen the hero not being picked up, but banned instead. Obviously, pretty much picked every single game. Very decent with the swap, can save a lot of carry heroes, can be very annoying, can initiate and start fights as a support hero, which is pretty useful, so casual stuff. Slaughter being picked up, so some armor gaming to add with the Gyrocopter's flag effect is most likely going to do quite a lot of damage. And on top of that, a Spirit Breaker, so two melee strength heroes with a lot of stuns coming out from Godfather here. Very tanky heroes, does a lot of Stunnerino. Bane is the pickup from Rex. I'm not sure how much Spirit Breaker is going to do this game, because seemingly Earth Spirit can stun him from afar. We have Bane who can use one of his 2 stuns, and now an Outworld Devourer as well. So seemingly they have a lot of ways to deal with Spirit Breaker charging in. And Outworld Devourer seems like a very strong pick here, because we have so far 3 heroes on the side of Godfather who doesn't really have an amazing mana pool, which means that this OD is just gonna destroy them more or less.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Very amusing indeed. I mean, we still have the last, I guess, popular mid here in the pool, which is Death Prophet. There's the possibility that Rex will ban it. They will indeed. So Lolica will have to, Godfather will have to come up with something else for the mid lane. Maybe some burst magic damage like a Lina with the long range that he has. They could go for the more aggressive in Viper, but I'm not sure how Viper is better than OD, since OD does do much more right click damage. So that could be a bit hard to pull off. Especially because Viper would mean another hero with a low intelligence pool, which would feed into Outworld Devourer's ultimate power.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And also Bad Rider being banned from Lolica, I guess. I mean, Vengeful Spirit, which is the obvious counter, got banned. So Bad Rider could prove useful to Rex. I mean, I suppose they do need another offlaner, having Earth Spirit in most likely what we're going to see as a support position. So Bad Rider could be an option. It can be very frustrating against the lineup of Godfather, since, the Flame Break can disrupt them. He can pick off someone from far away with the Force Staff. He can annoy Spirit Breaker slow, and having a lot of slows on a few melee heroes and Gyrocopter, who is close to being a melee hero since he has to go pretty up close before he can do something, then it can be troublesome. Godfather will indeed pick up the Lina, so it did look very well here, since the 2 strength heroes they recently picked up has a lot of physical damage to add to the pool, so Lina having a lot of right click to fit with Slaughter, and as well as having a lot of burst damage, some that can go through magic immunity with his acronyms. So a lot of useful uses with this hero, I feel. Definitely gonna be good. Omni Knight, the last pick from Rex. So 2 heroes with magic immunity. This is definitely gonna prove trouble for Lina and Disruptor plus Jericho in the earlier stages of the game, since how they work once they hit around level 6 is they do damage based on the magic damage they have mostly. So Omniknight and Juggernaut having built-in ways to deal with this.
Prepare for battle.
We have Bane, you know, TPing casual to the bottom lane, gonna put an aggressive ward to spot out the movements of his opponent team. We're not gonna have too much happening, it's just a Slaughter going to potentially block this camp. He does have 2 wards to do that, a sentry and a normal ward. So let's hope he's gonna get it off. They spot him now. There are actually 4 people near him though. So if Bane gets a sleeve off, this could prove trouble. Bane is spotted out by the Slaughter and he levels up his sprint and walks away.
"30 seconds to battle."
Looks like it's just gonna be some casual swapping with the runes. I mean, they went pretty aggressive here trying to do something. Mostly just I guess blocking this camp, but I'm not sure how much that's gonna do because Slaughter's not exactly one of those heroes that can value too much from taking this camp. He now places his own sentry ward and he will spot it out. So that's not gonna happen, boys. I don't want this to happen. This is my shizzle. I'll just be right back a second. I have returned. Kappa, man. I can see we're still pretty much dead in terms of having people reconnect to the game. I guess that's fortunate for me since I had to go sort some stuff. But overall, is what we can see in this game. It's I'm kind of worried about how Godfather is gonna pull this off because the OD seemingly is gonna do so much damage. Even though Lina is also one of the heavy bursters, it's like once OD starts on his right-click train, it just seems impossible to stop in many cases, especially when he has Omniknight to repel him to stop them from stunning him too much. But hey man, I could be surprised. Hmm. This is definitely interesting. One day these two teams will start the game again. It's just the casual juggernaut we're waiting for. PC problems is the worst problems, man. Okay, looks like no, so one of the other people, Lena, just fooling me by disconnecting, reconnecting himself. So let's see. So far, looks like we're gonna have a tri-lane from Godfather with Jared the Disruptor and Spiritbreaker. I guess Spiritbreaker is gonna be more in the roaming position, but he has leveled up his Greater Bash, meaning that he needs level 2 before he can do some charging across the map. We meanwhile have Juggernaut Earth Spirit is what he's called, and you know, Bane is also gonna join in the bottom lane against the offlane Slaughter. Luna doesn't want to get Astro imprisoned. He says, please no, don't do this to me. But OD being a quite annoying hero, so Jesus Christ. This is interesting stuff. I'm not really sure what. I guess it's because Slaughter did buy Iron Talon, so you know, he opted to go into a position where he can go and take this camp and, you know, farm it up, because he realizes he's not gonna get much farm in the offlane in general. And then the two supports just casually goes there, takes the big creep, denies a little bit from him. He's a pretty tanky hero in his own. He has 5 base armor and +2 with Iron Talon, so I guess he is able to do this. Middle lane we have OD trying to be a little bit aggressive to the laner, but he is also ahead in terms of last hits and denies. Nothing surprising here. The offlane we have Omni Knight, which is the last pickup. I was talking about how it's gonna be an offlane hero, but it's Omni Knight, so you know, they've picked one of those offlaners that's just gonna be there, leech XP, and then be ready to rotate to the other lanes, because he's not gonna do anything in the offlane. He's really not gonna get anything done. Jared is gonna get free farm, but they've sacrificed that in terms of what pick they're gonna get. We now have a charge towards the middle lane. Spiritbreaker hitting that level 2. He's gonna hit the OD. OD not really using Aspen placement fast enough. Gonna get stunned by Lina. Dragon Slave and First Blood is claimed. Greater Bash hitting. Bash, 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 boys. So not really, not careful enough, that OD. He needs to be, he needs to remember that the Spiritbreaker is on the map. The Spiritbreaker is most likely gonna find some interesting angles to do the charge, so he can't always expect the wards to hit it and spot it out. He did have a ward here, so I guess, well, it didn't. It spotted him out pretty much at the same time as his vision, so not really a great help. However, even though getting killed, he's not scaring himself. He's just gonna keep on with the let's go and go hit. Slaughter is. It seems like he's just pretty much given up in the offlane, not really knowing that if he goes to the lane, he's just gonna get harassed out anyway. So just jungling casually, maybe waiting for the creep wave to push towards him before going and taking it. But other than that, he's just gonna enjoy the jungle. Now buying some more protection with a stout shield and a ring of protection, so he doesn't die too fast to the jungle creeps, man. jungle creeps are very spooky. We can see Omni Knight actually finding himself a little bit of a amazing spot here. Just just sitting there leeching XP. And it doesn't seem like Godfather knows anything of his presence. This Disruptor is actually just sitting here waiting for him to show himself. But he's already went past him at that point. Maybe they're gonna realize it soon, since Omni Knight is indeed getting levels. So they should realize that he's soon about to be level 4 very soon. He has a TP ready and repel, so I guess he's gonna be fine if worst comes to worst. But this is very interesting, man. Middle lane we have some aggressive stuff happening. Spiritbreaker going pretty deep under the tower to kill this OD. He will hit him with a greater bash, which finishes him off. They try and hit the Earth Spirit as well, but it looks like Spiritbreaker is gonna die. He's not gonna get any 17% action after the initial kill. So a 1-for-1 OD traded for the Spiritbreaker. Lina using a long-range Dragon Slave. Earth Spirit takes a lot of damage but doesn't really care. He's just enjoying the levels he's gonna get. Offlane we have Slaughter trying to move into experience range, but you know, getting harassed as he is. We have the Spirit Break once again being around mid. This is kind of the hero you want to watch, because he should be the one doing all the action. Omni Knight is, you know, he's sitting here, he's having fun. A good game for him. Sitting AFK, being on Facebook, all that good stuff. Oh, he's showing himself. It's because the creep wave is pushing, I guess he's feeling a little bit more brave. In the offlane we have Slaughter actually getting killed by the Juggernaut, trying to move towards the jungle creeps to get denied, I suppose, but he will get killed. Earth Spirit Bane getting in and doing some action, using Nightmare, using the stuns, and finishing off his body. Oh, they want to know what's gonna happen here, but Slaughter knows. You're not gonna what here? Get out of my jungle, fool. And now a charge is happening. Bane spotted out very early, so they want to go on him. Lina coming, OD coming, Earth Spirit being ready to help. And okay, the charge does stop. I'm not really sure why he stopped it. I guess he thought he was not gonna hit. They will, however, kill the OD using the stun from Lina and the Dragon Slave, doing a lot of damage. And now they will just, you know, hunt down Earth Spirit and claim that kill once as well. So 2 kills going towards Godfather. Top lane we have Omni Knight trying to TP out. The glimpse is not available, so it was used to initiate the killing. He knew he was gonna get charged and then just TPs out to safety. It's funny how this Omni Knight has this many levels, just been hiding in the jungle and getting some value XP sap. He's actually ahead of the Slaughter. It's pretty amusing how he's been managing to do that. But we saw he was a sneaky boy. In the terms of lasters, we actually have Juggernaut, who's very much ahead. Well, not very much. 6 lasters ahead of Gyrocopter. Mid lane we have OD leading with 10. Obviously he has 3 deaths to his name, so it kind of balances it out. Slaughter's leading the lasters in the offlane position. That is due to Rex having, you know, the casual Omni Knight, not gonna do much. We can see here in the net worth that the killing means that OD is a little bit behind it. This time he gets the Astral Imprisonment off just before the Spirit Breaker hits him, so that means he's not gonna die. In the offlane we did have that Omni Knight died, and no, not Omni Knight. Who was it that died? Earth Spirit died, and Omni Knight killed Disruptor. Something like that. I didn't really spot it out, so my mistake there. So a little bit of trading with kills, I suppose. Slaughter now having his tranquil boots, meaning that he can turn into an axe, dropping his boots and just, you know, jungling. Is that the Gyrocopter? Yeah, that is the Gyrocopter's Helm of the Dominator completed, having a casual helper walking past the slaughter, as we saw in the picture. Just having fun.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Gonna see some pushing happening from Rex, and top lane we have a lot of defensive action. This Omni-Knight's seemingly going pretty deep, trying to do something, but he will not succeed.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This Earth Spirit is walking into a pretty aggressive position. He is pinged out, so the Slaughter's full aware of his presence.
Dire's bottom
So he's
tower is
not
under
gonna get
attack.
fooled. Not gonna get hit or killed.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Middle lane we have a Disruptor. Okay, we actually have some charging happening in the bottom lane. Omni-Knight Juggernaut using his Omni-Slash to get pretty deep on the Slaughter. Slaughter dies, Lina rotates in, kills the Bane. And Earth Spirit will get put back into position with the Glimpse back. And he's also dead. Some good rotations happening, the Spirit Breaker charging in, and Disruptor Lina coming to the rescue. Slaughter will die, but they do get 2 supports in return, so slightly better trade for them. Juggernaut being forced to run away. He will succeed with leaving with his life. Trying to get a battlefield by the looks of it, having a Perseverance and almost the next item, a broadsword. So, you know, some farm game is what we're gonna be looking at. Gyrocopter having a killer Helm of the Dominator, you know, he's been working on his stacks here, which he really isn't able to take just now, but in maybe 5-6 minutes he should be looking towards doing it.
Middle tower is under attack.
Spirit Breaker nearly level 7, having a lot of action in terms of killing, mostly in the middle lane, getting a lot of good stuff going on the OD, and that way doing something. OD's actually higher level than Lina, which is kind of amusing since Lina has been killing him repeatedly, but this is because Lina has been rotating around, helping his team. Bane is now getting charged, Lina is invisible. Bane doesn't manage to Nightmare the Spirit Breaker, but Lina is still there. And cooldown gets used, Lina uses his stun, Omni-Knight is the first one to drop. Bane follows up, Earth Spirit is in very much trouble, gets ulted by Spirit Breaker and will also drop down. They didn't know that the Lina was there and they will be punished. 3 down on the side of Rex. 1500 gold change towards Godfather, which is quite a lot. Bottom lane we have Juggernaut not really enjoying being alone with the Slaughter. The amplified damage does mean that Slaughter can be a little bit aggressive. And we can really see how the support position Spirit Breaker is already doing quite a lot, being level 7 at nearly 12 minutes into the game in support position. He has 5, 1 and 2, so he's done very much, having earned, having completed threats, having a magic one. He has more than the Slaughter has. We have now a smoke coming from the Lina and Disruptor, trying to look for someone or something. They're taking the long way around, it looks. But I'm not sure who they want to find. I guess it's they really want to enjoy themselves with a value Juggernaut kills. As we can see in terms of net worth, Juggernaut is very far ahead. 1000 gold leading compared to the Gyrocopter, but I guess they're just trying to wait for the Juggernaut to come to the lane and take last hits. This will not happen. They're gonna be let down. We have some TP away from OD. Now Spirit Breaker goes into the jungle, plants a deep ward. Maybe also they really want to look for this Juggernaut, but he's already gone. The spider sense is taken in, and he's moved his booty somewhere else. Middle lane, however, Bane is now getting charged, and he gets hit by it. No Nightmare managed to get used, and you know, 3 people attacking him. He's very dead. Once again, Spirit Breaker claiming a kill. Top lane we have 4 people from Rex being gathered up, pushing. Spiritbreaker is now gonna charge the Earth Spirit, so it seems like they want to fight this using the Fortify Slaughter TPs in. Another TP from Lina. They did manage to stop the Spiritbreaker before he hit. Slaughter drops pretty low. He gets Omnislashed and killed. Ultimate from OD. Spiritbreaker also dropping down. Ultimate from Omni Knight, making sure they don't really take that much damage. Lina's looking towards being the next person to drop. Spin from Juggernaut will manage to finish him off, and now the rest of his team will be looking for the Disruptor kill. 4 dead on the side of Godfather. The only one left standing is the Gyrocopter. That Omni Knight ult really did make them unkillable at that point, using the what's his face, the Repel on the Outworld Devourer, using ultimate, just meaning that the Outworld Devourer was unkillable for a few seconds, and just you know, hitting people for God knows how much damage per hit. And we can see he hit quite a lot, 55 stolen intelligence, so meaning he's very powerful. And taking the top tower after the kill, which they now turn into another tower. Looks like they will claim it. Fortify got used, the tower falls. Spiritbreaker initiating, hitting the stun before the Earth Spirit could stun back. And Juggernaut spinning, Slaughter almost being dead, Earth Spirit dropping fairly low. Lina going in, Earth Spirit does use his ultimate, and the tick damage starts hitting. Slaughter actually managed to get hit by because the stone afflicted it towards him, and finishes the Slaughter, so 1 for 1 plus a tower. Spiritbreaker's not done though, Juggernaut TP's out. OD's the one getting hit this time, but the charge not hitting him, and he's just gonna TP out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bane gets found by the Spiritbreaker, and maybe he's gonna get something done. He did swap the Nightmare, so Spiritbreaker is looking towards getting a charge opening, but the vision is not really helping him, especially when the Creeper comes in to block him. So he's not gonna get any fun action right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Overall, we have a net worth lead of 2,000 towards Rex, so +1 for that, for what they're doing so far. That comeback is pretty heavy. Cooldown gets used by Gyrocopter, but they're not really gonna do anything. Spiritbreaker gets ulted by Bane from a distance. Omnight claiming the kill actually, so they're valuing Omnight getting farm over the other people. And you know, a quick kill onto the Spiritbreaker. Spiritbreaker is more or less one of the fatter persons to kill, so definitely useful. Slaughter being another person to die solo from Juggernaut using his Omnislash and claiming that booty. Juggernaut does have his Battle Fury completed, meaning that the farm train is gonna go a bit more aggressive. Yasha on top of the Battle Fury, so he's having a good time. Veil now being purchased by the support Earth Spirit. Omni Knight having, well, just his base items, maybe looking towards an Aghanim's as the next item since he is in an off-lane position. We actually have some go-to signal onto the Spiritbreaker getting slapped up and then stunned by the Spiritbreaker. He does manage to charge before that happens though. Earth Spirit now getting killed by the ultimate from Spiritbreaker. Disruptor ult doing quite a lot of work, but we can see the repel onto the Outworld Devourer just means he's unkillable. Omni Knight really just sitting in the back and trying to keep the OD alive and hitting. 4 dead from Team Godfather and only Earth Spirit dropping from Team Rex. This is kind of what we're expecting with this OD, just doing so much damage when he's led to hit. And the last pick, Omni Knight, really means that he's just allowed to do whatever he wants. Magic immunity, his ultimate that could make him physical immune, just so hard to deal with, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Omni Knight now having 2400 gold. I guess he's not really gonna buy an Aghanim since the Aghanim is mostly to make it global. But maybe something like a refresher. He could buy a Vladimir's to add to the Aura gaming. A lot of things can happen. Bane having nothing much picked up. Okay, let's see the Rod of Atlas being picked up by OD on top of his drums. Already using it here on the Lina. The Lina dropping fairly low. but they will not hit him. They will kill the Gyrocopter, however. Spiritbreaker getting in. He actually didn't manage to charge, and now he's gonna get Rod of Atos to slowed. Earthspirit trying to find the Lina, but gets killed for his foolishness. Spiritbreaker being the second one on Godfather to drop. Now they're trying to find him. They're trying to do damage to him. The Rod of Atos is ready, and he will use it. He will claim the kill.
He's from Boston because he's wicked sick.
Oh, it looks like we're having some juke action, using the ultimate to avoid the Astral Imprisonment, using the ring to stop him, but the repel makes him magic immune. And now we have, he's just 3-hitting the Lina, going on the Disrupt as the next, and it looks like we're gonna see a full team wipe. An ultra kill to the OD will now turn into a rampage. Jesus Christ, this OD with repel on him is just a beast.
Structures are fortified.
Top lane, we have actually the tier 3 being pushed in. The Spiritbreaker trying to use his ultimate. He will actually get killed by the spin on the edge of it. And you know, now it's actually Rax at before 20-minute mark we're gonna see being taken. Juggernaut just pushing while the OD was taking kills, having completed Manta style. And the Rax is going to drop. Once again, the Rod of Atos being used onto the Slaughter. Another kill to the OD. He's just 4-hitting everyone on the team of Godfather right now. Bane gets killed trying to buy something in the enemy's base shop. This is not what we want to see, right? Glimpse back being used on the Outworld Devourer. He does use Astral Imprisonment on himself, but his Omni Knight boy has TP'd out, so this could be the time that they can kill him. Ultimate not ready on the Disruptor, cooldown also on cooldown. However, we have the Spiritbreaker who can charge. Also having his well, all the ultimates on Godfather is down, but I mean, without the repel, without the help, I'm pretty sure they will be able to kill him. He tries to TP out before the charge hits, and he actually manages to do just that. Knowing that after the glimpse was used, there was no stun that could stop him. The rocket was being used, but it does have a charge up time, so Ozzy really knowing what he can do and not getting killed, even though it was very close to being a comeback kill on the fattest person on the team. Not gonna give the Godfather that pleasure though, and you know. Just gonna set it back to nothingness.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
We can see Juggernaut is actually walking around. He has this blink up, he has Manta style. You can see his movement is pretty heavy. He has this Omni Slash and cooldown, but I guess he was just trying to annoy the Spiritbreaker. Maybe do as much damage as he could potentially do. OD now having a Mystic Staff purchased. I guess he could go for anything from a sheep to whatever else he wants. A mist stun onto the Disruptor, but the Omni Slash is now used. The Spiritbreaker will die. Disruptor will get killed in the back, and you know, 2 dead on the side of Godfather once again. Let's see the net worth. It's above 15,000, so we're very close to reaching the point of no return with 1k net worth lead per minute. It's not far off, man. This Omni Knight last pick really putting off Godfather and really, you know, putting the hurt together with this OD. It just seems like those 2 heroes on their own can pretty much solo kill anyone. Now Bane using from the low ground his ultimate onto the Slaughter, who I guess tried to de-ward or something. OD using his ultimate to finish off the Lina. Will claim the Disruptor with another hit, and 4 more down on Team Godfather. GG gets called. I guess there's no wondering why this is happening. This was just too much to handle. The OD with the Omni Knight is just too much. And Godfather will take the loss. They will say GG well played, and Rex will take game 1. So let's see if Godfather will have something in the back for game 2, seeing as this was I guess more of a pocket pick. Omni Knight really paying off and putting the hurt on. But I will be back in game 2 in just a minute. Let's go. I'll just be right back myself until the game starts. So let's take a break, man.
Road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. I feel hazy. Why is everything black and white? I feel dizzy. Like my fucking head is full of dynamite. Jump in my Mercedes, but it isn't quite driving right. I don't get it, I'm not drunk. A million people in the place and there you are. And I was like, hi, my name is whatever you call me. So let's get undressed, 'cause you look a little lonely. I'll make you scream, I'll make you laugh, cover your body with my autograph. So let's get undressed, 'cause I wanna see you naked. I hear nothing except this beat that never ends. Some girl talking.
Okay, quickly starting the game 2. The teams are not really feeling like waiting. That's cool. That's cool. That is cool. Let's get the show on the road once again. This is Rex Requiem against Godfather. It looks like the banner have disappeared this time, so rest in peace, man. But this is game 2. Rex Requiem claiming game 1 with the surprising last pick in an Omni Knight, really paying off in synergy with the Outworld Devourer. We see the Outworld Devourer now being banned. Understandable. It is a strong hero, so as well as Rex Requiem just completely destroying them with this hero, so you can understand how they want to just say, okay, you got us with that hero and we're not gonna let you have it this time. So just respecting that pick, respecting how they got killed with that. So yeah, Nature's Prophet being banned by Rex once again, stopping the Davai push gaming.
Reserve time. Team ban.
Omni Knight is actually also being banned by Godfather. I'm not sure this is, I mean, it really seems like it's just that synergy between those two heroes that paid off. Omni Knight on its own, it can be troublesome, but I'm not sure if it deserves a ban. But I guess if they want to go for heavy magic damage team fight, that is the reason why. Picking up Earthshaker, which is already leading off with a lot of stuns and a lot of team fight. Rex Rackham is now completely changing around, picking up a Morphling.
Radiant team pick.
And picking up the Morphling, picking up an Earth Spirit to go with it, so a lot of silence, stun, teamfight power on the Earth Spirit. Morphling is more for, I guess well, it's a mid game, maybe late game hero. It can be a very insane hard carry, but that's at the point where he has insane farm. So
5 seconds remaining.
it's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do with this. There's obviously also the possibility of sending him to an offlane position,
Reserve time.
making him into a very tanky hero with just a lot of stun potential. If you morph many strength, then you will just have a lot of stun. You will have the magic damage from your wave, and you know, build aura items, build supportive items, maybe even stuff like a mech. There's multiple ways to play them offline. I'm not really sure which one I would prefer or I would imagine they would do. That's for time to tell. I mean, we have already seen the Earth Spirit being more of a support hero for this team, and it worked out very well, so I can imagine they will put it in a support position once again, which is also where it seems like the Earth Spirit does pay off the most. Next Assassin is now going to be the pickup from Godfather. Having already a lot of stuns in the Earthshaker, now putting up another stun boy with a lot of magic damage, Nyx Assassin. I wouldn't say this is in response to any picks from Rex so far, but mostly maybe just they want to pick the hero. It does go well against potential picks from Rex, like such as Invoker and a lot of other mid heroes, Lena, Queen of Pain, stuff like that. So it does guard themselves to an extent, but it's not really, you know, okay, this is amazing against the heroes that are on the table so far.
Reserve time.
Could also be just a bait, making the enemy team think it's a offlane Nyx, but in reality it might be a support Nyx. That could very much happen. I doubt it, since they have already a melee support in Earthshaker, so having a 2 melee support lineup could be very risky. A lot of big money heroes being banned out from Godfather, Nightstalk, which is, you know, it's decent against the Nyx Assassin and the Earthshaker with the Vision game, with the Silence and stuff like that. Meepo being banned. I'm not really sure why. The Earthshaker does fare decently against Meepo. Nyx Assassin is a little bit more skeptical, but I guess they just don't want to deal with Meepo. We all know that if Meepo is picked in a proper situation, if he is allowed to have a lot of farm, then he's just gonna run over people. And I guess that is a possibility against Nyx and Earthshaker, since both heroes really need levels and items before they can do too much. So Rex now actually picking a lone druid, so it seems like that's the offlane hero. Morphling must be a carry position hero this time around then. So we have the lone druid big boy, the Alfredo, is on the table. I'm not really sure if I should say I like it in this case. It adds a lot of push potential, it adds more heroes, more damage, and you know, the fear is decent. Zeus is pretty strong, I feel, here. I mean, there's the Silence, which can hurt him a lot from Earth Spirit, but he's good against Morphling, good against Lone Druid, because both heroes by nature is very low HP if Morphling goes for his agility carry build, meaning that Zeus can really burn through their health quite fast. Witch Doctor being picked, and Godfather is not taking any time whatsoever with picking the next hero, going for the global combo in Zeus and Spectre. Witch Doctor being picked up from Rex, so they have some stun from the 3 melee heroes on the side of Godfather. The cask is most likely going to prove somewhat useful.
10 seconds remaining.
As well as, you know, being a decent carry, they need a decent support.
5 seconds
They
remaining.
need a range support anyways, having the Earth Spirit, so add some healing stuns.
Reserve
Death
time.
Ward is a very strong spell, can prove very useful. Earth Spirit can, you know, guard him a little bit when he uses his Death Ward with the AoE stun from his stone, and, you know, try and drag the attention away.
Dire team pick.
Spectre, however, is pretty powerful, so
Radiant team pick.
let's see. Now Rex will actually finish off the lineup with a Faceless Void. This kinda swaps it completely up. I think we're gonna see either Faceless or Morphling in the middle lane. I guess it's gonna be the Morphling, maybe the Lone Druid. There's a lot of different ways to do this. So we have another call from the side of Rex. And I guess Faceless is gonna be in the off lane. Morphling is gonna be mid, Lone Druid safe lane, something like that, maybe the other way around. I'm not really sure which way I would prefer to see this. I guess Rex does have the game plan all drawn out in the head, and we're gonna see the one in a very few seconds how they actually want to lane this up. They do like to go for, you know, the more uncontroversial picks, now surprising with the Faceless Void pick. And Godfather finishing that lineup with a Skywrath Mage adds some more magical damage, has the silence. Silence is pretty decent against Faceless Void if you get it off before the Chronos hitting, and yeah, a lot more magical damage. So I guess that makes sense that they ban out the Omnight in the start, having a lineup which has 4 heroes who purely pretty much do magical damage. The only thing that's not is, you know, Vendetta's physical, but everything else seems to be very heavily magical damage oriented. We have Faceless Void going pretty deep into ward. Actually TP into the lane and warding. Smoke on the Witch Doctor, Earth Spirit, and the other 2 heroes. I'm not really sure what the smoke is about. I guess it's maybe they misused it because it's running out now. It seems like a very early smoke. Very much just seems like a misused smoke. Rest in peace. So they're not gonna get the early level 1 action that they might have wanted.
30 seconds to battle.
Let's see the items. So Morphling having a billion tangos, knowing that he's probably gonna take a lot of damage, and you know, casual. Lone Druid, Sal has given tango, so it seems like Lone Druid is gonna be the middle lane hero. Faceless Void off lane and Morphling safe lane, so I guess it makes sense. Zeus will do a lot of damage to the Lone Druid, but the bear is gonna do damage back, and before Zeus is having some levels, it's not like he can just instantly burst him down. Oh, this Faceless Void being sneaky, man. Hiding in the Roach Pit until the rune was about to spawn. I guess Godfather thought they were safe from taking it. The Zeus is standing there pretty much alone. Faceless Void just, you know, using his time walk to get into the rune, and they will actually steal it from under the nose of the Zeus and get out with his life. So both boundary runes going to the side of Rex, really being annoying right off the start. Looks like we're having some dual lane action. Skywrath, Spectre, Earthshaker against the dual lane Faceless Void Witch Doctor. I mean, having a Skywrath Mage means that they have a lot of damage in this lane already, meaning that Witch Doctor needs to be careful. They're actually going on this Spectre. Spectre's dropping very low. Fisher getting used on the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor will actually claim the first blood on the Spectre before dying. And Faceless Void is most likely gonna die as well. Or is he? Oh, he uses his Fairy Fight just before the last hit and will actually survive. So 1 for 1, but the first blood going towards Rex, killing the position 1 carry. Very useful indeed. In the top lane we have Earth Spirit trying to be a little bit annoying to the next assassin, but next assassin doesn't like that. He's just gonna hit him, impale him, say fuck you. Mid lane we have pretty much equal in last hits. We have the Morphling leading last hits compared to the Spectre. Obviously mostly because Spectre just got killed, so he had a few last hits he naturally missed in the time he was dead.
Just what the doctor ordered.
The bear is really being annoying, man. Looks like it's the bottom lane where we can see all the action. This Faceless Void really being aggressive. I mean, he doesn't care. Gonna pick up his boost, and he does get silenced though, so it looks like he's in trouble. He will use his time walk to the other side of the fissure, and it looks like Skywrath is in trouble. Skywrath is pretty fast though, and will actually get killed by the Witch Doctor with his ranged ability. Spectre trying to go deep on the Witch Doctor using his heal. Urshik is dropping fairly low. The fissure's up, but he doesn't have enough mana to use it. He will use a Clarity. Enough mana is now, but he will not use it. They will just each back off. In the middle lane, we actually have Earth Spirit together with Lone Druid killing the Zeus while this action was happening in the bottom lane. So Earth Spirit doing a nice rotation, Morphling being left alone in the top lane. He has 11 more goddamn tangos, so he should be fine. Just gonna try and get last hits mostly, but that's the mission. Lone Druid being pretty deep under the tower trying to kill this Zeus. Urshik and Skywrath coming from the side trying to do something. Fissure's already been used. Some good fearing onto the Skywrath mage. Skywrath is very fast, so the fear means he's running very far back. Another Skywrath mage spell being used, a silence hitting, but it's gonna run out before the spell hits. A last hit from the low ground will hit, and Lone Druid will finally die. Fissure being used on the Earth Spirit. Skywrath mage now going in for that guy. Zeus claiming the kill. 2 down on the side of Rex. Bottom lane we have Witch Doctor and Faceless Void using the time that the 2 supports are gone, and will claim Spectre and kill him.
Dire's middle tower is under
Top lane we have Morphling being a little bit aggressive on the Nyx. Nyx has already used his 2 spells. He only has the Impale left. He's dropping fairly low, but he has a lot of tankers. I guess he kind of doesn't mind being aggressive. Skywrath coming from the side. He has the silence up and available, so it's just about getting it off. He will use it, and it looks like, oh, he's gonna use some Fairy Fight to survive this time around. But it was a good effort, and now Skywrath going so deep on the tower, thinking he's gonna get the kill, will actually get killed himself. Morphling is dropping very low, gets impaled, and Nyx will eat a tango to be able to use its mana burn to claim the Morphling's body. Both the Skywrath and Morphling being a little bit too greedy with how they want to play. Might see some action here. The cast does start using. The curse will be used. Time walk used. A lot of slow being used onto the Spectre. The Faceless Void will actually stuck himself right now. Unfortunate indeed, but Spectre's dropping low. He's not gonna die completely though. And he's found. He's trying to eat as many trees as he can, using so many tangos. And now he's gonna go towards the top using his healing cell. He will heal up, and the fight will reset. So he's not gonna die just yet. It actually looks like Witch Doctor's the one who's in trouble. Another curse being used, and this time around the stun does hit from the Faceless Void. He uses his chrono. He's tired of this shit. He wants the kill. He wants it now. An attempt on Witch Doctor's booty now, but the vision's gonna run out from the Skywrath spell. The Chrono Boy comes in from the side, will slow the Skywrath mage. He tries to hit him so he gets stunned, but the YOLO time lock is not with him. A casket being used, but mostly just gonna help Faceless get out. In the top lane we have a lot of action being put onto the Nyx Assassin, using an Impale, almost killing the Morphling, but the Strength Sap is keeping him alive for now. Still alive, not gonna die under the tower. The Skywrath does come in from the side. The Earth Spirit is still chasing a kill, and he might still claim it. He will kill it. Earth Spirit does however die from the Zeus coming from the side. Morphling is dropping fairly low, but it looks like he's fine. Nope, Zeus will use his ultimate, and this time around he will die. Witch Doctor now coming in, and it looks like Witch Doctor is gonna get the kill before Skywrath has his Q1 available with his Arcane Bolt once again. A lot of killing being had from both sides. We have in terms of net worth, the Lone Druid and the Faceless Void is the ones leading. Kinda interesting how the offlane Faceless Void is this far ahead, mostly because Spectre keeps dying. The Witch Doctor and the Morphling is following him very nicely. I mean, it's funny how the Witch Doctor has 2.3k net worth already, having Arcane boost, and he can actually nearly buy his second item, I guess. Well, mostly just gonna make his way towards something like a, I don't know, his Aetherlands, I could imagine. Lomidrid having some farm. It looks like he has, well, Tranquil Boots on his own person. He's bought up Gloves of Haste, has 1k gold banked up, so it's probably going to be a Midas build we're seeing. Nyx finishing his Poor Man Shield on top and having Arcane Boots now. Morphling, Ring of a Killer, and Boots, just casual. Nyx now using his invisibility. We have smoke action from the two supports. Silence being used. The Nyx uses his Vendetta hit, and Morphling is gonna get killed, not being able to do anything with the instant silence from the Skywrath Mage. Fisher from the Earthshaker just getting killed. Lomidrid in the middle lane trying to be a little bit aggressive towards the Zeus, trying to stay at distance so he doesn't get hit by the Arcane Boy. But Zeus is tired, uses his lightning bolt and combos it up with his ultimate, killing the Lomidrid, who was a little bit too greedy for his taste.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Spectre trying to, enjoy the few moments of last hits that he's finally given, not even having his face boots yet, whereas Faceless Void is having Tread, he has Poor Man Shield, Headdress on the way to his Vladimir build, which I can imagine. This time around Lomidrid is sick of it, man. He's sick of being so squishy, he's going to the tanky mode. Not wanting to deal with getting killed too much longer. He will actually buy an Iron Talon onto the bear. Not gonna get a Midas just yet. Wanting to enjoy the jungle for a little while. So Iron Talon is gonna help him kill the creeps a little bit faster.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Faceless Void is, well,
Dire's middle tower is
seems
under
like he doesn't really care at this point. He has the enemy's creeps, the Earthshaker Earth Spirit is keeping him safe in case he gets jumped on. But he has no fear, man. He's actually gonna go deep. I guess it's mostly just to spot out the Spectre, who's not there. He's in the middle lane, and he's just gonna pull away once again. Really trying to do as much damage as possible to this tower. In the top lane, Morphling got killed. Fisher Boy, Earthshaker, Zeus, Nyx Assassin and Skywrath Mage is looking towards pushing this tower. In the middle lane we have Earth Spirit Witch Doctor going in and killing the Spectre, who tried to go to the middle lane looking for some poor man's farm, but in the end he's gonna die. Witch Doctor not letting him have anything. So far it looks like Rex is gonna not bother defending the top lane. They're gonna push the bottom with Faceless Void. Most likely just gonna do some damage to the tower, not gonna claim it. Mid lane is gonna get pushed by the Lomidrid, who's popping his secondary ultimate, and we can see how much damage that does to towers.
Dire's structures are fortified.
45 use from both teams. The top tower is almost down. We have a TP from Nyx towards the middle lane using his Vendetta, readying up for the TP to come in and help him. The tower will, however, get claimed. He uses his Vendetta hit on the Morphling, misses the Impale, so Morphling is going to be fine. And in the end, it's just going to be a casual tower trade.
Haste.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. But let's see, in terms of the overall net worth, Rex is leading with about 2,000 gold, 3,000 experience. Jesus Christ, I'm missing a lot right now. There's too much action on the map. Zeus, Fisher Boy, Earthshaker is coming in from the side, killing the Morphling once again. 5th death this game. I was talking about how Morphling is such a squishy hero, and heroes like Zeus can easily kill him, and we can see that is definitely true. Bottom lane is now getting pushed. Lomidrid coming in from the side helping. Tower's dropping fairly low. It's on 200 health, 100, and bam, it's down. So a tower for a kill, more or less. Aetherlands now finally being picked up by the Zeus on top of his Soul Ring for some added action. Nyx is actually being gone on again. He's getting silenced up. The ultimate is where he was about to walk, but not really on top of him, which is where I guess it should have been there. Morphling will not die. He did get his strength, his morph to strength off before the silence hit. Some quick reactions, making sure that he is not the easiest target to kill. A lot of people from Godfather being here in the middle lane. Nyx being hiding a little bit, having his urn up. Fisher Boy wants to use his fish, but he's just too far away to actually hit it. So, sadly not gonna get anything done from this. Faceless Void actually, instead of finishing the Vladimir, I suppose, which I still guess is this headdress simply is gonna turn into is he buys a Blink Dagger for some initiation. Lone Druid having his Midas finished now, and Witch Doctor also buying his own urn on top of the Arcane, who's having 1000 gold once again. Blinking in, using a 3-man Chrono. Witch Doctor using his Death Ward. A good ultimate from Earth Spirit is gonna do a lot of damage. 2 people already down from the side of Godfather. 3rd one down. Zeus tries to TP out but gets stunned by the Earth Spirit, and now he's also gonna get killed. Spectre is in, coming from the side. He killed the Witch Doctor, now he's just trying to escape. But Earth Spirit will roll in. They will spot him out, they know where he's at, but he might be a little bit too fast. There's no more mana to be stunning. Now this Skywrath is TPing in to help him. An ultimate being used on the Earth Spirit. Looks like Earth Spirit is gonna die. And Skywrath might be losing his life for this, but the TP support is gonna come. Nyx and Earthshaker is coming in as well. Nyx using his ultimate. This Spectre is still alive. He's not gonna go down that easily. And but it looks like Faceless Void has to get out. He actually blinked at them. It looks like the Lone Druid is actually gonna die from the Nyx Assassin and the Zeus ultimate. Faceless Void is on the wall. They did place a wall trying to catch him, but he blinked away just in time, and now he's gonna time walk away. They're still trying to chase him, but he's fine for now. So they lost a few people trying to chase that Spectre, but doesn't change the fact that they did claim 4 kills with the combo of the initiation power of the Chrono with Blink. And you know, Death Ward being used, Earth Spirit using a good ultimate. And they're very painful. Now Witch Doctor's actually going to use the creeps to bounce his casket off using his curse and his ultimate. Faceless Voice comes in and makes sure the Skywrath will go to his grave. They know the Earthshaker's there, but it looks like they're just gonna get out. Zeus and Nyx is coming from the side. Echo Slam being used from the Earthshaker. He does get silenced up now, so we have no Fisher up right now. Now uses the Fisher, killing the Faceless Void. And Witch Doctor's also gonna get killed. Earthshaker's dropping a little bit, having the curse tick, but I'm fairly sure he's gonna survive. Earth Spirit coming from the side, trying to use his ultimate on this Zeus, but I'm not sure he's gonna get anything. It looks like he's mostly just buying time. Now the Skywrath coming in, silencing him up. He's actually rolling away, but he will get killed. This is a death, but I guess it's space. Space is all you can call it, really.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
3 people being dead from the side of Rex after claiming only 1 more kill in the jungle, finding the Skywrath. So a bit unfortunate. Now we can see the net worth was almost at 4,000, now making its way back to 2,000. So they have to be careful. This Lone Druid is trying to farm up, having the Midas, and I guess he's gonna go for a Midas into Radiance build. We have a 3-man smoke coming from the big boy's Godfather, having the Nyx spot out the terrain. Nyx is gonna see where Lone Druid is now, and that's the big money target they want to look for. The bear is being used to scout out, but I guess he knows that he's in trouble. He's trying to move into the trees, but Nyx knows he's full aware of where he's at. Trying to juke around, but he is now caught and will get killed. So mid lane we have a lot of action. Chrono being committed onto the Spectre. Death Ward being used in synergy with that. The Spectre's taking a lot of damage. He's not dead yet, but he will get finished off. The Time Warp meaning that Faceless Void can hit him and finish him off. So a kill for a kill. I mean, I guess it's fine, but Well, it is the top net worth before that, Lone Druid dying, and then they kill the Spectre, who's really struggling to get farm, not really having too much. But the same can be said for the Morphling. He does have 6,000 gold banked up right now, really just, you know, hiding behind his team, using the space they give him to get farm. Faceless Void now picking up a cloak and having the headdress. I'm not really sure what this means. I guess he might be looking towards a pipe. But I could be wrong. I guess it might be a pipe. I mean, a pipe is going to be good for the team. He is in this offlane position, so it wouldn't be that strange to buy it. The Witch Doctor and Earth Spirit sitting up here waiting for someone to come. They will find the Skywrath Mage. And it looks like they're going to kill him. A lot of ultimate popping from the Earth Spirit. A good ultimate from Skywrath Mage before he dies means that Faceless Void and the Earth Spirit is looking in trouble. All those three dying, taking so much damage from that Skywrath ultimate and really getting hit by the fissure, meaning that they got stuck so they could move out of it. A lot of a good combo happening. Skywrath Mage turning his death into something good, having almost 2,000 gold going towards the Team Godfather. Spectre obviously getting assist gold for all of that, so now he has 1,000 gold. And I guess he's also going to be making his way towards the Radiant. The good thing about Rex's lineup though is that they can counter the Radiants with their own Radiants, having this Lone Druid has nearly 3,000 gold, so it's not too far away from the Relic. Some action in the bottom lane. Witch Doctor and Earth Spirit is going in deep on the Spectre. The curse is being used, Death Ward is being used. This guy's most likely gonna die. Spectre's trying to get a kill before he dies. He realizes with the curse up that he will die regardless. So he tries to kill the Witch Doctor at least, but it will not happen. Witch Doctor Earth Spirit rotation now claiming yet another kill. Witch Doctor has his point boost up, so he's looking for, you know, the Acronym Swept as the next item. We have seen time after time how useful the ultimate from Witch Doctor is, especially with the Chronos setup, so having an Acronyms means that it's gonna be a very powerful combo. It is indeed the pipe that's gonna be picked up by Faceless Void, having a Hood of Defiance up and ready. He doesn't have the recipe yet, but you know, it's gonna be up soon, only 500 gold to go, so they're gonna block quite a lot of damage from the Zeus, from the Skywrath Mage, and the potential Radiants that will be up one day. And Spectre, he will buy a drum, however, right now. Not feeling like reading too much. We have the 4-man smoke rotation from Godfather looking for a big team fight. They obviously have the Spectre ready to go in with his ultimate. He actually uses it to spot out where the hell they are at. He will go in on the bottom lane on the Witch Doctor and the Earth Spirit. He's not afraid of anything. Zeus using his ultimate initiation chrono from the side of Faceless Void, only hitting one person though, and the Spectre, I guess. But Spectre will die. They now try to chase down the Morphling, and it looks like that is exactly what's gonna happen. Morphling gets killed. Time Walk gets used, meaning that the Faceless Void is not gonna die just yet. But he's the last man standing right here, having the bear still want to support him. The fear's up in a few seconds. He wants to use it badly. Uses the fear, and it looks like they're gonna be fine. I don't know why Faceless Void is still staying here. Seems very greedy.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I'm not sure if he's just like, oh my god, this is actually the biggest bait of his life. But it's too big even for himself. He tried to bait them so the TP rotation would come in, and they could, you know, annoy them, but in the end he's gonna die for that foolish action. We have the Witch Doctor go in using a double stun, using the double curse. The Death Ward starts ticking. The cask is gonna do a lot of damage. Nyx is definitely gonna die to the curse, and yep, he takes down. Skywrath will also die. Earth Spirit is dropping pretty low. He stuns up the Earthshaker before he dies. Earthshaker tries to TP, not gonna happen, and will get killed. The Lone Druid coming from the side. So even though the bait was not really working out the way Faceless Void wanted it to, they still stayed. And 3 people from the side of Godfather will then die. The net worth has been pretty back and forth. Rex still being ahead, now claiming the 3 kills means that they're a little bit further ahead. They will take the Roche on top of this. I mean, it's 3 people dead on the side of Godfather, so they can't really compete with this. It will take a while to take. Lone Druid not having his ultimate available, but Witch Doctor has the heal. They have the belief of doing damage, but it does take a while. Spectre actually using his Spectral Dagger, trying to do something fancy. He has his ultimate available, standing up here, using his ultimate now. Zeus coming in from the side. They don't want to let this happen. Witch Doctor dropping pretty low. Silence being used onto the Zeus, trying to use his ultimate. They want to kill him before he does it. He gets killed. Earth Spirit does drop down. Zeus didn't manage to get his ultimate off. Relic is being purchased on the Lone Druid. He almost has his Radiance. So, the Roche did get cancelled, but it's only on just above half health. So it's not like can't really see Godfather take it instead. It's most likely just gonna be dragged out, and nothing's gonna happen right now. Lone Druid now picking up the Radiance, where the Faceless Void very close to his pipe. Witch Doctor is being cashed. Witch Doctor is actually spotted out, but the Nyx will claim the Courier, which had 800 gold item on it. Morphling is getting gotten on, Kronos being used, Death Warp being used together with it in a very good position so he can't get stopped. Earthshaker will die. The Nyx is trying to get out, having the blink up, but Earth Spirit wants to stop him. He gets silenced, he gets rolled on. Ultimate is there for the use if he wants. He does use it, and Nyx is very much in trouble, getting feared. Not gonna let him use any spells whatsoever, and gets killed. Roche now finally being up for the taking. I mean, they have set it up for a little bit now, so finally they want to take it, and they shall have it. Morphling picking up the Roche. Morphling himself almost has his Mantis Style completed. We have Lone Druid seemingly building the Vladimir for this team. I mean, Faceless Void did change his mind and went for a pipe instead, so he can get the Vlads. Earth Spirit is trying to get what looks like a Aetherlens. Witch Doctor, you know, making his progress towards Arcanum's, now having the second item. Skywrath has his 4-staff and newly purchased Aetherlens, fresh from the market. Spectre has his drums, 2000 gold banked up. He's probably going to be looking into either buying a Diffusal Blade or his own Radiance as the next item. Zeus has his point boots on top of the Aetherlens from earlier. Now using his ultimate to scatter the terrain, blink forward from the Nyx will kill the Witch Doctor that they spotted out. There's still smoke up and ready. Earthshaker and Spectre does get feared away, but this Lone Druid is in trouble. The whole team is ready to kill him, and they will claim the kill. Rest in peace, Lone Druid. The Radiance is new and fresh, but Zeus is still having a lot of burst, and he will kill you together with the Skywrath Mage. There's obviously also the synergy with Skywrath Mage Silence being amplifying magic damage, meaning that Zeus is having a lot of fun hitting targets that is affected by that.
Tower is under attack.
So Elegego, rest in peace, man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Claiming a few kills, not gonna be too far behind this game. It's almost 4,000 net worth lead towards the side of Rex, but slowly making its way back once again. I mean, we can see overall the net worth. It's been back and forward a few times, so a lot of fighting, man, a lot of fighting. Overall on the net worth, we see the 3 cores from Rex's is ahead, but the 2 supports are the lowest net worth right now. It's kind of interesting because the Witch Doctor was furthest ahead in the start, actually exceeding the Morphling as well, but now he's not really having as much fun. Earthshaker does have his Blink Dagger. Skywrath Mage has been involved in a ton of kills, so he has a couple of items, and having a Staff of Wizardry means that he's probably looking towards a Rod of Atos. Zeus now picking up a Blink Dagger. Earthshaker having Blink Dagger. They have Blink on Nyx, so they have a lot of initiation power. A double impale into Echo Slam from the side of Godfather, killing off the Earth Spirit very quickly. Morphling is still alive, using his wig to dodge some damage. Aegis now gets popped, the Chrono onto 2 people. Death Warp being used, but Spectre's hitting him together with Nyx Assassin, gonna finish him off. Zeus does in the end die. And you know, Some entangle on the Spectre means that he's dropping fairly low. The Radiance is doing its damage, and Morphling will claim the kill. 3 dead on the side of Godfather. Faceless Void now meanwhile getting killed by the Skywrath Mage and the Nyx, so fighting on a lot of different fronts. Skywrath is now trying to escape. He will succeed blinking out. Nyx Assassin is just gonna, you know, walk one of the other ways and not gonna get killed either. Push is now what we're gonna see from the side of Rex. I mean, 3 people is down, and they want to push something. Going to it now TP's away, defending the bottom lane instead. So just having fun. The Nyx Assassin is in position if they want to do something fancy on him. The Zeus having ultimate in 15 seconds. Spectre doesn't have ultimate, so I'm not sure we're gonna see much here. He does go close though. He's gonna follow the Lone Druid around, scout the terrain and potentially do something. They really want to kill this guy. Zeus is in position. Earth Spirit Shaker is also here. They go in, they go deep, they will get the kill. And casually spotting out a ward as well. Faceless Void comes in from the side together with Witch Doctor. Curse being used, Death Ward being used. This Zeus is gonna melt to that damage. They know where Nyx is living as well. They go onto him, he uses the urn. He's not gonna be able to blink down, and it looks like he's also gonna lose his life. The double damage Faceless Void doing quite a lot of damage. He's now trying to see if he can find the Earthshaker, but that's not quite gonna happen. Having the pipe up and buying an Ogre Club, meaning that the next item he wants to get is going to be a BKB. Morphling just showing how fancy the BKB looks by popping it randomly. Nice, I guess, but that's about all I can say about it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Goddamn fools, this is my farm is what Witch Doctor's saying. He almost has his Aghanim Scepter. Earth Spirit now has a Glimmer Cape, trying to ward here and there. It's really looking interesting. Rex now 5,000 gold ahead once again. Okay, Skywrath Mage is building towards a Veil, almost having it completed. They're really trying to do something. But is it going to be enough is the question. Faces for close to his BKB. Okay, Zeus disconnecting once again. He seems like to have a lot of issues with his connection in this game. But hey man, that happens, right? You know, back in the game, gonna restart where they left.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now we have some smoke action from Godfather smoking on Skywrath, Zeus and Earthshaker. Looking to do something. Nyx is spotting out what they could potentially jump on. But the whole side of Rex is in the bottom lane. They will now beeline down towards it. They still have the smoke active. Zeus using his ultimate, trying to initiate. Spectre also using the ultimate. They know exactly what they are. Echo Slam being used, only gonna hit Witch Doctor. Just getting stunned before he can use the Fissure, getting silenced as well. Witch Doctor is gonna be alive for a little bit longer and finally gets killed by the Fissure. The ultimate is taking from the Earth Spirit, but he gets killed as well. Zeus Skywrath is down from the side of Godfather. Spectre now finally getting killed with a rotation from Morphling. Lone Druid as well is trying to spot out the Nyx where he's hiding the trees, but not like this, not like this, and we'll get killed. So 3 for 3, but Godfather being the team that is currently behind in terms of net worth got the favorable trade for that. So I guess they are okay with that. It will be looking towards what is going to be a high ground push though. So oh, well, not really. Morphling is going to TP out. They rather want to wait for the Rose before going full YOLO. Lorndred finally having the Vladimir he wanted from earlier. Okay, Morphling does come back to the lane, just TPing back to heal up by the looks. And they're gonna try and push the tower. Earthshaker is now back with Nick, Skywrath. Zeus is now respawning Spectre as well, so I can imagine they wanna not be too greedy. Lorndred is gonna hit the tower, he wants to claim it. Tower dropping very low, but Lorndred is now being gone on, getting silenced, getting stunned. Morphling is also getting stunned. Lorndred being the first one to drop. Morphling trying to escape. He might be forced to use his BKB here defensively. He does pop it. Uses his BKB and Earthshake is actually going to get killed. Faceless Void and Earth Spirit coming in from the side. Now they're going to go on the Zeus and Skywrath, hitting the Chrono onto them. Using a lot of spells on them. Zeus is going to die. Earthshaker buys back. Skywrath is going to get gone on. A lot of damage. Earth Spirit will get killed very quickly however. Spectre is gonna get hit a lot by this Death Ward, trying to kill off the Witch Doctor. Spectre is now gonna die from the long range use of the burst from Morphling. Triple kill to the Morphling. Now TPing back once again, having a Morphling illusion here, so you can just quickly swap back. You're gonna see him come now. And once again, a lot of stuff happening. The Lorndred also died in that initiation, so rest in peace, man. Lorndred will be back very soon, but I doubt they're gonna try and push any more. They pushed a little bit too much last time and only barely got out and got a favorable trade in return. Spectre as well having his Radiance means that he's gonna start peeking towards where Spectre wants to be. Earthshaker having a 4-staff. We actually have a Diffusal Blade being bought up and used by Morphling, but he's gonna get stunned up by the Earthshaker. Impale also gonna be used on him. Skywrath ultimate, he's just gonna melt. Not gonna get the BKB off in time, and trying to kill the Skywrath mage turns into him just dying mercilessly.
Haste.
So, you know, needs to be a little bit more careful. Roche has now respawned, so that's what both teams are going to be looking for. Zeus actually spotting out the terrain with the ultimate. Spectre goes in, he has his Radiance up, and he wants to get something. They will try and get out. Hasted Earthshaker is trying to get the kill. Fisher Boy does hit the Earth Spirit, and the roll gets cancelled. He will now try and roll away. Using a stone or two doesn't matter as long as he survives, right? And Nyx is going quite deep. He wants to spot this Earth Spirit out trying to go between the towers. But looks like that's not gonna happen. He sees the Witch Doctor, but not gonna be quick enough to get anything done, especially when his team is quite far away from doing anything. Nyx now has almost a completed Aghanim Scepter. Witch Doctor having his own Scepter, and it looks like they want to do a 5-man smoke. And that's what they will do. 5-man smoke having 2 Radiance boys. Well, Lorndred is just Lorndred, the illusion of him I guess is most just to be annoying. Spotting out stuff. They find the Skywrath mage using the stun on him. He tries to force stuff away, but they know he's there. The long range stun from the Earth Spirit makes sure that he gets killed, and he is in trouble. He will get killed. So, well, only killing the support hero on the side of Godfather, but getting something is better than getting nothing, and now they will turn this into a push. I mean, Roche is still up for the taking if that's what they want, but it looks like they rather want to take some buildings, not being scared at all. Zeus is in the top lane, now TPing back, so they have the heroes ready to defend. Skywrath still being on the sideline for 30 seconds. The bear's going up, having a hyper stun, so he hits a little bit fast. Earthshaker comes in with a big Echo Slam, hitting 3. Combo with the Impale Boy, and Zeus using his ultimate. Witch Doctor is gonna be the first one to drop. Nyx dropping fairly quickly afterwards. Zeus getting silenced, so he's not gonna do more damage. Zeus getting killed, Earthshaker getting killed. Buyback on Zeus, trying to do something. Spectre's hiding in the trees and will now go on the Earth Spirit. using his Glimmer Cape, trying to get out. He's not now gonna get pushed away. Earth Spirit is gonna try to escape, but the ultimate was used and Earth Spirit will finally die. The tower, the Metal Rack got taken during this time. Spectre's now in trouble, getting hit by both this bear, the Faceless Void, and the Morphling. Morphling's having a lot of strength trying to survive. Faceless Void being gone on, being silenced up. He's in very much trouble. He will get killed. You know, Morphling's illusion gets denied, so he's not gonna get back in and get some killing done. He's just gonna have to deal with being back in the base. Actually using his salve, so he heals a little bit quicker by himself. You know, don't wanna wait in the base for too long. It's funny to see how Lone Druid is, you know, he's gonna get an Assault Crest as the next item, which is gonna be pretty big for his team, since they have 3 right clickers with Lone Druid, Faceless Void, and Morphling. Morphling having this diffusal blade, I guess, is mostly because Zeus is, well, they have a lot of magic damage users, well, mana users on the side of Godfather, and doing a lot of damage with the mana. It adds a slow effect to the team, stuff like that. So that's mostly why it's going to be being picked up, I imagine. Having the Manta style means that the Manta illusions also gets this effect. Zeus ult being used to spot out this Roche. We do have the Spectre ult available in 2 seconds. They might pop it, but nope, they will not. Roche is going to be taken. They realize that they're too far away to do anything fancy. Morphling picking up the Roche. Gem being brought up by the Earth Spirit, so they are looking to take control of the map and pushing with finally taking some more buildings. Did they get the tier 3 and the metal racks in the bottom lane in the last attempt, which is quite a lot for a push without Aegis. But they want to go for high ground with Aegis this time. Nyx Assassin just picking up his Academ Scepter, meaning that he can go into a very defensive high ground position. Oh, Morphling is dropping very low. The pipe being used by the Faceless Void, just rushing in to use it. Because Morphling is one of those heroes. We've seen it from time to time. If he doesn't get the BKB off and he gets gone on, he just melts to the power. You can also see the Spirit Rat taking a lot of damage, being actually forced back even though they hit some buildings. Spectre now initiating with his ultimate. They want to do something. And Impale Boy coming in from the side, stunning up Witch Doctor. BKB being used by Faceless Void, but the only one he catches is the Skywrath Mage. Death Ward getting used, so that's an ensured kill, man. And one dead off the side of Godfather. Morphling being pretty low, but not low enough. The Lone Druid spell is pretty low. He does respawn it. He doesn't want to let them get the last hit from the bear. And now goes in, hits the building. Glimmer Cape gets used onto it, just so it takes a little bit less magic kill damage. Almost taking the melee racks, and now they will finally take it. This Morphling just trying to buy space with the illusion of up here. The illusion gets killed, and he's you know, fine with the other one. However, they got the melee rack, so now they are looking to walk away. Still having the Aegis up, so a lot of TPing out, but they're not gonna be stopped. The Impale was already used, so they realized they were fine and just went away. Now have a full Satanic being purchased by the Morphling, so a little bit more tanky, only having 1300 health. Morphling so much into agility, but hey, this is Morphling, so now he can do some fancy hitting to regain his life rather than relying on the Witch Doctor's earn and healing effect. Okay, initiation ultimate from Spectre, but he gets silenced up, so he's not going to be able to swap around. Still silenced, gets hit by the curse and will actually get killed. Faceless Void doing a very big boy ultimate with the combo from Witch Doctor, claiming 3 kills with that Chrono, doing so much damage when it just bounces in between the units in there. So 4-man down from the side of Godfather. Earthshaker straight away popping his BK, his buyback. Spectre also buying back. Let's see how many buybacks they actually have available. That's the 2 they have. So it's 3 against the world, man. 3 against 5. And that's all they have to play around with. Now Morphling initiating, using his BKB, using Diffusal Charge. He wants to kill this Zeus. He wants to kill him now. Zeus finally dropping down. He doesn't have a buyback available. So this Morphling is going very deep. Now getting popped, but he had Aegis available, so that's fine. And you know, the Spectre actually getting killed. Meanwhile, this Morphling is buying space for his team. Now Morphling respawning, killing the Skywrath mate and trying to kill the Earthshaker. He will also die. GG well played gets called. And Rex will claim game 2. So it's gonna be a 2-0 to the side of Rex, winning against Godfather. You know, a lot of different builds being used from Rex. In the game 1 we had the OD Omni Knight combo, in game 2 we had the Chrono Boy Faces and the Witch Doctor combo, doing so much work, having a Morphling added in, a bit of an uncontroversial carry. But hey man, it worked out. They will claim the victory, and well played man, it was some good games. Godfather really using a lot of initiation and having some sparks of hope in coming back, but it's not gonna be enough. That's it for right now. I mean, there's another game in very soon, 30-ish minutes, 40 minutes, something like that, between Trilane and 12347, 2 German teams. So you can stay and watch that. I will just more or less be AFK until that happens. It's at 18:30, so it's in 40 minutes time. A little bit of break to eat, and you know, see ya then if that's what you want to look for.
It sounds like fucking white noise in my head. Everything's bending. You're the only focus in my lens. I don't get it. I'm not drunk.